Right guys, welcome to the prologue version of Deconstruction Simulator. This has literally just been released as a recording this, I think about half an hour ago, or give or take. But yeah, I've been looking at this for about a week actually, not too long, about a week, and it actually looks quite interesting. I've seen a couple of videos. Some YouTubers, content creators got this early. But let's go ahead and let's actually show you guys and see what this is basically about. Of course, as it says, deconstruction simulator, we will be deconstructing things. There is also demolishing side of things. But yeah, let's get into it. A little bit of a backstory also is we work for a company, and we got this job to go and demolish like this property, I guess. And I think from what I can figure out, the address that we got, that our boss gave us, is wrong, and we end up demolishing the wrong property. Therefore, I think we get sacked. I don't know what happens to the company, but we end up starting our new job. That said, let's get into it. So let's go ahead and do a new game. I've just quickly loaded in. Had a quick 1 minute, 2 minutes, just to see what the first bit was like, and that's about it. So let me load in. There will be an intro. I'll let you listen to that, and then we'll continue once we get to take over.
Boss, I'll be right there. 9102 Fairwary Drive. Correct?
Yes, that's correct. I know that this is your first time, and that the property looks intimidating, but it's a simple job. Get your act together, or I'll find someone else to take your place, newbie.
A simple job? Yeah. I'll call you right back. I'm getting there. Okay, here I am. Enter the crane, whack the ball, easy money. At least that's what the boss kept saying. I've arrived. I'll wrap up the job, write up the report, and roll. I'll see you soon.
I left the keys in the back. The wrecking ball is getting hungry, newbie. Don't prolong it. My patience is limited, and time is money.
Alright, so we've arrived at property 9102. Now, before we get going, guys, I ain't going to lie to you. I've already done this. So after I left you with the intro, which was yesterday, I turned off the recording, and then when we started the game, basically, I put it back on again, or I thought I put it...
I think there is something wrong with this house number.
Oh, okay, hang on.
Huh? I certainly got you the right address. You think I'm talking crap, newbie?
No, boss. The thing is...
Stop whining and get to work. The money is good. There's no time to be picky. Such a customer happens once a quarter. Move it!
Yeah, we got a boss that just doesn't want to know. Right, yeah, so yeah, I turned the recording off, and then I went to go, I was supposed to go to turn it back on just as I was getting into the intro of the game. I must have forgot. So I ended up playing this, doing the tutorial mode, and realising I hadn't recorded. So we're going to do it again for you guys. Right, anyway, so we have to make sure this is the property. Apparently it is, but it isn't. So we need to go and get some keys from the table. I have no idea why the keys on the table for the wrecking ball. Literally, in the intro, that pulled up just behind us, so someone's had keys. So why not just give them straight to me? Right, let's enter the wrecking ball. So this is where it's going to go wrong. Smash! There you go, look. Yeah, 6102.
I'm not up to the job, huh?
And what did you think? You brought it on yourself.
So we get penalised for that, for getting the wrong address when we tried telling our boss.
My own business.
Right, yeah, when we tried telling the boss it was wrong.
See you in the contract market. It's time to get to work.
So we're now starting up our own business. Took out a loan. Right. Okay, my company, so trust us, change company logo, and we're going to be that. Perfect. I'm hoping in the full game you can kind of move stuff around a little bit, kind of like place it on your van. Name taken? Okay, I thought I... Alright, I thought I, so this is the name that I took before, and it looks like, we kind of probably, I overwrit the save, so I took the save, but obviously it doesn't want to use that. Okay, so let's what could we have? We can't have a big long name either. Max 10 characters. Whoops, when I can do it right. We okay, fit that. Oh, don't call us. It's just a prologue. We're just showing you what this game's about.
First the paperwork, then all the rest. I'll buy this permit and get to work.
Right, so essentially we need to buy a permit which is going to give us, it's basically like our license to do what we're doing. I think that's kind of the easy way to work it out. So we need to buy this for $10.
The most basic permits, but they are enough to get started.
Right, that's fine. Right, so now we've got to buy our vehicle, and we're really limited to this one at the moment. The rest of them, so if we scroll across, the rest of them they're too much. So this is fine, and we have only got the permit to do really small buildings anyway. So let's buy this,
Time to cash in on this.
and we'll park this.
Let's see what's out there in the
And then we got our tutorial contract. So this is going to show us what to do. So let's just accept this. You can kind of read how many days we got to do this, the distance. It does say somewhere, I think, how much fuel it's going to use. Right. So and then we got a budget. So that's what we got left. Is our budget of 700. Right. We need to X out of this. And now we've got to basically buy a pallet and a small storage box to put stuff into or stuff onto.
Can't forget
Right,
about
so let me go and do these.
them. I'd be like a fish without water, or like a brick without a pallet.
Okay. Right, so if you hold right mouse button down, you can kind of place it.
For small stuff.
Right, this game is a little weird because it's like left mouse button to pick up, right mouse button to kind of like place and that. Right.
It's expensive and time is money, as that old Scrooge said.
Yeah, so we have to pay for our fuel.
The owner's name is Ricky. He went to jail and his property was taken over by a bailiff. Classic.
Okay, so this is basically where we I'm going to take that with me now. Well, at least I'm going to put these there. I'm going to need them in a moment. Right, and then this is Ricky's van. So he's going to want some stuff, and we need to put that in there, and then we can take what we doesn't want, basically. Right, scanner, 4 to equip the scanner. So this is a pretty good tool. It's going to tell us how much the stuff is worth. And we can also mark it, meaning, you know, we want to collect that. But we actually don't want that. Right, we actually need to get the washing machine.
Nice piece of work. A rarity,
Right.
I'd say. Let's take it to customers' van.
So we need to pick it up by equipping our hands.
For its value.
Right, we have marked it. Now, I know, for example... Right, that guy wants that, and did we... Right, so we kind of went...
The fact, now I just
There we
need
go.
to gather the small stuff and I can get down to serious
We went too far in the tutorial.
whole box for fair money. As always,
Right.
lots of dust catchers.
Right, so we want the small stuff. Right, and then we just pop it in this box and you kind of see it fills up with the polystyrene. It's pretty cool. I quite like that. And I like the fact when you fill it... Oh. It actually fills it, look. That's pretty cool. Right, now we need to basically... Feel free to pause and read that.
At last I can dismantle and pack.
We now need to dismantle.
Satisfying.
Right, I'm going to put that box in at the end.
On my tech tuck.
Right, so if we come in, you click on that, and then we can basically click on the shelves. It's going to show us where these little, what they're called, grommets or whatever they're called, these little fixins. And then once we've removed them, we can take the shelf off. And then we can scroll up or down using the WAS keys, like the W and S. Like, you know, WAS keys move around. And then basically, once you just click and hold, it'll bring out the screwdriver. And then you just have to wiggle the screwdriver either back and forth or up and down, depending on which way the these little fixings are. Right, we've got some more up here. So this shelf, Ricky wants this little cabinet. Little funky sometimes. Come on, I'm wiggling. Wiggle, wiggle. Oh, and then there's one more there. And then, there we go. And then Ricky wants this. Right, there you go, Ricky. That's all yours. Right, now, dismantle. So this is going to show us how we dismantle stuff.
Now for some time-consuming stuff, but it will be worth it. I can recover a lot of valuable parts from the walls, but it will take up a lot of space in the car.
So literally, I'm just going to do literally what we did with that shelf. We can wiggle these through. And then we could take that off. No idea what we do with these. We don't seem to need them. Yeah, it was this one, wasn't it? And you have to do kind of both. Oh, wrong wall. That's why. I was going to say, you have to do both sides. Right, and the last one here, which we're doing from under the bed. And then we'll just take that off. Right. Now we can just click on these. These will start to fall. And we've got a bag. Right, so a little bit of rubble like this, we can pick up. So we'll keep the workplace tidy. Like so. Now it wants us to take off these beams. I have no idea how you got the saw blade through the wall there, but you did. Kind of weird that we have to saw this. At least like nailed on somewhere. It's like usually you'd have little wood fixings, wouldn't you, to hold them up, or you see screws or something. Right, and then we have to do. I don't know if I've done them all there. Right, the only thing I've noticed so far, hopefully they fix this in the game. So we're up here sawing them, but every time we finish, it kind of puts us back down here. It'd be nice if it just stayed up here. Right, and then... Right, I'm hoping... Okay, so we... Right, there we go. And then we can pick up all that. Nice. Right. I'm going to put these in the van. Just because I know we're going to need these. Right, now time for destruction. So it wants us to destroy this wall, where these beams, we just took them off. Right, so we literally need to not damage anything. I don't know why we just can't, yeah, take them off, but it wants us to destroy all this. You know what? I'm going to... Yeah, we can't... Oh. Is it Q? Right, we can't... We have to unpack that. We just can't pick that up and move it. So we'll work around that. Right, so I'll just continue bashing these walls. And then we'll be back with you at the next step. Alright, so a mess we made. We now need to get the garbage bag again and just pick up all the rubble. Now, we had to demolish a load of them planks, which is a bit of a shame because we could have taken them to our warehouse or wherever our business. We could have sold them, so we're losing out on money. But one thing you got to remember is we've only got a small van. We can only fit so much in there, and you'll see in a minute between that what we've got to take, one of them rubble bags which we got to take, and this brick full of pallets, which this pallet full of bricks we're going to take, it fills it up. Right, so this is just
somewhere so I can sell them later. I felt this pallet would come in handy.
right. Let's take this in. We're going to need that. You know what? I'm sorry, Ricky, but the rest of the demolished crew come and finish this off, or you can pick that up. We don't need it. We're going to do what we've come for. Can we dismantle the brick wall? Okay, I think we need, yes, so 5. The hammer and chisel. And we just take away the bricks. So you can see the ones slightly greyed out. They're the ones. Right, and I think on the same for the other side. Oh, can we? Yes, we can move the fridge. That is decent. Maybe we can use... Oh, yeah. That's it. We can pick up bricks now. I like this bit. I like the brick bit. It's nice and easy. And literally, you just aim at the pallet and just right-click. Right, we're almost there. We just need to... Can we do... Alright. We need more bricks. Right, I think it's this one. Yeah. Right, so let's just continue to demolish this wall. Alright, so stupid me. I was like, it wouldn't let me demolish the rest of that wall. Realised I forgot some bricks up here. And it's like, it's telling me to complete this. And it went, there we go. I didn't look up. Right, so yeah, I was trying to just demolish that wall and it wasn't letting me. So, we just had to do that. Okay, so now... We need to try and... pop all this in. That you can see, because you can't... Right. I think it's... That's shut. Maybe it's that. There we go, it was that. Right, that is shut. What else we got to do? Continue destroying the walls. Right, we put them in there ready. So now, I think we are free to just continue destroying the rest of the walls. Without destroying anything else, because we get penalised if you destroy stuff that you're not meant to, or you try, you'll get penalised. And if you try stealing stuff you're not meant to, you get done for like stealing, basically, or you get penalised. This is so satisfactory, so satisfactory. I can't even say the word. No, not quite. Oh, maybe it is quite. Oh no. Alright, now my work here is that'll do. Alright, so we just leave a complete mess. I mean, I would pick it up. In the actual, when I first played this, I actually did pick it up, but I realised you don't actually need to. Right, and then let's travel back to our warehouse.
Everything on its shelf. No clutter. If an occupational safety inspection comes by and sees bricks or refrigerators on the floor, they'll ruin me.
Right, so we got to pick stuff up, and it's showing us where to put it. So we're just going to... I think different compartments have different sizes of wood. Right, we're gonna. It doesn't actually show us where to put this yet. It will do, but I know it's going to go there, so I'm just going to put that there for now.
They don't pay me enough. Wait a minute. I'm the boss here.
There we go. Pop that there, and then this goes there, and then that's already there, so that's perfect. I'm going to close her up. Alright, I don't know what these are for yet. I'm guessing stuff like that or that. We can put our bricks. Actually, no, it must be for the bricks. Even though it wants that there, I'm guessing when we build up supplies, I think this is like the order bit. This is where stuff is ready for the order, because these are... We got a customer for this. Or we will have. So I think that's for that. Okay, anyway, where's the office? In here. Right, why can't I... There we go, right.
I have got it all stored. I will get one order in. Quick and easy checkout, and I will declutter the warehouse in the process.
Right, okay, so order 11111. They want a full brick of pallets, which we've got. And they want 270 centimeters of plank, which we got. So I think this is what they want. This is what we've got. So you can see we've got enough. Right, so let's accept the order.
For me, all in all, the cheapest will suffice. A small order is a small expense.
Right, so yeah, so when you got these orders, now we only need to do this one, and the demo's only going to let us take this one. But if you only got a small order, don't pay for a bigger van if it'll fit in a small van. So you want to make sure whatever you're sending, you order the right size van. Don't order too big, because you're just wasting money if it'll fit in a smaller van. So let's take this.
That out of the way, I can close the contract. Too bad I have to wait until tomorrow to get paid. I wanted to buy that new DLC with the big battleships for my ship game.
Right, okay, complete the contract. We'll send invoice.
And back to the order.
Right, and we'll...
The courier has already arrived. Great rating. If this keeps
Oh.
up, I'll be approached by richer and rarer customers.
Right, so we now need to complete the order. So let's do this. So we'll open up the van. So this is where we come in out. I think this must be some sort of expansion. And then this is where the orders go. Look, so I think this is ready for orders. So you want that, and then you want some planks. It's 4, right? 4 and 4. Perfect. Do we need to go? Yeah, okay, we do. Totally forgot if we can send it from there. It'd be nice if there was like a drive or something, and then you can just come up to the window and like, all right, mate, you can go now. That'd be kind of cool. All right, use computer orders. Complete the order. Final payment, $64 for that. Perfect. Where else? So we can buy more space. Look. So we need to. Right, so we can get this. So we need to kind of like watch what we do. Now you can actually move stuff around as well. These red zones, you can't put anything in them or touch them. But we can put this. Right, click that, and we're just going to put this. Rack there. All right, so it wants us to. Yeah. Cool. So we got a new one of them. So we're on speed 2. We could do with another flathead. So you can buy. It looks like you buy better upgrades rather than buy a better screwdriver, I guess. Look, chisel. Right, saw. Yeah, so this stuff we do already own, but we just own like the level 1 aspect of it. All right. Let's close this.
I feel that this is just the beginning of something wonderful. Here is to more successful endeavors.
Couldn't remember how you end the day. All right, so that's day 1. That is the tutorial done. We've lost. So waste recycling plus 15, gasoline 10, warehouse rent. So we've lost $45, right? 50. Is that right? So, oh yeah, we have, because that's minus, yeah. So we've lost 45 out of all that. No, that hasn't included the job. Waste recycling. Yeah, that's not, yeah, that is not included. Oh, there we go. I'm going to say, yeah, contract, and then the order. So we've gained 204. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. Congratulations, tutorial completed. Use the computer to accept more contracts. So let's quickly show you this. We've got 3 contracts. We've got abandoned shanty, great cleanup, and a life upgrade. And these kind of all come with their own things. Some are a little bit more difficult or longer than others. Pay more. Some have so many days to get this done. We'll probably just start with the top one and work our way down. But as for this video, we're going to end this video here. This will just be the tutorial part. And then we'll come back with episode 2 and we'll start going, I think, episode by episode through these contracts. And yeah, I don't know if there's any more contracts after these 3. Being the prologue, I'm guessing these are the only things that we can do, and then the prologue over. But we'll try and go through it. We'll see how long these maybe take, and maybe an episode for each. Maybe this one doesn't look so big. Maybe we can do a 3rd episode with 2 of them in. I don't know. We'll see how we go. But yeah, but thanks for watching. Until next time, guys. Peace out.